Hello, my masochist friends, and welcome to the July season. Well, we're going to be starting out by looking at the deck. It's still V3. I honestly do need to update to V4, but I have decided after a long period of thinking, also with the release of the video where we did get Leaf Place C, I decided to put it in. I took out the elephant. As much as that is the funnest gimmick in the world, if it survives by card effect, we basically can then just knock out our opponent in one shot. I honestly don't think we ever got that once off. So I decided the Leaf place C, which is really good. Again, gain 200 attack and defense for each card in our opponent's graveyard. During your standby phase of this card is in your hand or graveyard, and your opponent has more cards in their graveyard than you do, you special summon this card. Basically, an always special summonable monster every single turn, in my opinion, is a lot better than an elephant that can gimmickly win us the game. So, the season is once more restarted. So, let's jump back into the ladder. Let's climb up gold. Let's get back to platinum and see if we can once again go far in platinum. The max we've gotten is Plat 4. Let's see if this season can be different. The game has started. We'd opened up pretty nice. Bowswood Cannon, Golf Bang, Aether. We got out Ice Fusion. We're just missing the last part to make it work. And let's see where we're starting out with. Of course, it's the start of the new season, which means, of course, we have to get through all of that. So it looks like we're playing Evil Twin Sprite. Or Live Twin Sprite. Let's see. Typically, it ends with a girl that can nuke us and then pull the two pieces out. Do we have a way to stop that? I mean, there's no way for a stop me the law. So we'll start off with the Sprite pack. I mean, do we have things to stop the Sprite packet? Is Sprite Elf still legal? The Sprite Elf is still legal. Oh, crap. If I'm being honest, we're not getting through a Sprite there. Yeah, let's just pass on that one. Our next game. Do I hope one day maybe we can take on decks like Sprite and Snake Eyes? Heck, people complain about Snake Eyes already in the traditional TCG that's too powered. Anyways, they're not great. Our hand's pretty bad. I mean, we got some back row removal. Got a way to draw two cards later on. We have our magical pinpoint dash that wins us games, or other times absolutely loses us games. I mean, it has a lot of targets now, and we're playing Brand. By the way, the one of. Okay. I mean, we're not out of it yet. The problem is, if we had been going first, this would have been great, because then I would have chained in response, chain link 2 to Branded Fusions to summon out the warrior, and then we would have won. Blue Eyes and Faller and Malabaz. Yips. So that's Albion. Albion's tried to make Lubellion. Yep. I think this had to be. Okay, so one is of this card's supposed to somebody just spin something. So I mean, he still has a chance to get to Mirror Jade here because of Lubellion. Lubellion just spin back Albion and then just get Mirror Jade that way. It's annoying. Nothing we can really do about it. He's of course got the Blue Eyes in there as well. It sucks he got the 1 of 2. So you know what? I'll let this man finish up his combos and we'll come back. All right. Well, I thought we were going to get to a Mirror Jade, but apparently we would rather play Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragons. Okay. Was not expecting the Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragons. In all honesty, he does have the Sans Goganda, but again, I really don't care for the Sans Goganda. This is a fusion-based deck without a doubt. We're just going to put a monster here in defense position that we won't be able to tribute over for Cosmo Forerunner anytime soon because we're still missing a card. Yes, we're playing the Tinny we're playing Sword Soul plus the really bad Short Agreed. All right. Well, I mean, we are putting ourselves at defensive position. This doesn't really, during the end phase of this card, this doesn't have any ability. And during the end phase, if you have fallen Albez card in your field and graveyard, it's just someone that's big and monster per hand. I wonder if he's playing any freaking monsters. Play this. Play this. That's right. All right. Let's go just this right now. Chain to pop off this Golgana card so I don't have to worry about the fact of keeping his guys alive and him chucking all his guys to the graveyard. Wait, this card can... What turn of a card control will be destroyed by battle or card if it can send... Oh, that's hilarious. It actually gets to protect itself. Huh. Hilarious. Of course. Why not? Well, there goes another Albion. I guess I'll activate this now. Not that it overly matters, but I guess I'm going to summon a Vortex here with it. Vortex, at least on special summon, can spin back this Tyrant Dragon off the board. That's hilarious. So this card can protect itself. We will chain, I guess, in response to the Illinois. Why not summon it out and body up the board? We will show a Vortex Dragon, and he will show me also a fusion card. I mean, he has to send cards with Fallen Alabaz on it, so if he sends in their Albion here, I don't really cares. The problem is we did lose everything because we can add to your hand or set one friend spell traps directly summoned that. So that gets him Brandon in red, but you'd have to have target for Brandon in red. So, yeah. Okay, sir, it's not that hard. How many cards are in your extra deck that are not fusion-based? Branded is typically a fusion-based archetype, unless you're going to surprise me and you're going to flip a Synchro monster. No, we're going to flip me a Link monster. All right. Well, unless our next draw is cracked. All right, we're done. That was fun. Of all the cards our opponent in the last game could have picked, they had to pick a Link. You know, this is not a bad going second hand. We got Gongado, we got our scale line here. Our opponent decided to a pass. Well, I have no idea what they're playing. That's kind of hilarious. All right, what are they playing? Mr. Tests. Okay. Let's go Elderly Man. Elderly Man out. Set this. Summon the Only Man. Summon my 45.100 beat stick. Scale this. Scale this. Pendulum summon. Go 10 pin. No effects. We're not going to banish our own monster. 23. 35. Well, I mean, if our partner literally doesn't have anything left, let me guess. Evenly matched. Woo! Of course, I'm going to keep the Eldritch. We win on it. Oh, it's kind of sucks. Evenly matched, man. They had the evenly matched. Sucks. Man, we could have won it if we just had one more monster we could summon that wasn't this. We're playing Labyrinth. Did we not get any trap cards last turn? Why didn't we set that? Uh, I go down to 2,500 next turn. I can't beat stick over the big lady. Oh, how am I winning? And I also die next turn. Yeah. So there's the Lady Labyrinth. Lucky enough, she can't pop this. Or I lost my only card. My top deck better be cracked right now. Because honestly, I don't think we'll win in it. Wow, we were so close that we had drawn one more monster that we could do anything with. I mean, at least no transaction rollback can't do anything right now. Well, if this is going to matter, what is our top deck? Well, I guess it doesn't really matter because he triggers this, summons out her. Even if I set, he just needs to find a way to get another Lady Labyrinth the board. Bounce her back and then resummon her. I mean, I could summon this, punch over this. That he just destroys the card in my hand. Yep. I hate the start of every single season. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Opening hand is pretty nice. Way to do with back row. Back row, we could summon something out. We knew what our opponent's playing. I mean, we got Doom Cow. Our opponent has decided this to pass the turn. We shall now take the draw. The Sharp, the Green Man is pretty nice. It'll start by normal summoning, and we will go to the battle phase. Even match is a card kit. Remember that. I'll now go late phase 2, where we'll activate a Sharp, the Green Man. It will then set an oil annoyance. We shall set the pinpoint dash. I will not personally be triggering the pinpoint dash, so I have no idea what our opponent is playing. So at least I can use it. A 15 card extra deck tells me nothing when my opponent has told us nothing of what they're playing right now. They still have not told us a thing. We're not activating any traps. Well, or it's 2 cards off from that being useful. Saddle. I guess I'll punch him for another 19. This feels like a bot. This feels like a structure deck bot or something like that. I don't know. Maybe it's just someone who really bricked up and they're 37, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42 card deck. Okay, let's see what one of your cards are, son. An ally, Justice Colossus. Well, you did definitely break up with that. That is a tribute monster. Activate Shard of the Greed Man. The greediest Greed Man. Pretty nice. We could sacrifice 2 things. Unfortunately, that does trigger Doom's Cow. I really just don't want to trigger my own Doom Cow Knight. Oh, wow, we're so close. We're just going to battle. I'd rather keep his Doom Caliber up just for his negate ability. Yeah, we were like 300 off if we'd done 2 Gaga Cowboy. Main phase 2s. Yeah. Well, we're winning this. Don't know what this deck is. Not that I personally really care. It's a win. That's all I care about. getting some wins here at the start of the season, which is always the hardest thing to admittedly do. Always feel like it's the hardest thing to do every season. S-Force retroacting. Maybe he's playing a Masochist deck. That's hilarious. We could summon a Vortex Dragon here. I really don't want to. It's hilarious that we could. 2 Calibers for the wins. And that is a victory for us. Hooray. 5 victories leads us to a Master Pack and the Legacy Pack. Anyways, we got a Master Pack here. But I did check out what the season make was for, of course, the season we're in right now, the July season. It's Bonfire. Exciting. Especially for all you fire fans. Luberia, the Forgotten City. This buffs all water types and acts as Yumi. The Resonator Command. This is for Resonators. Ojama Delta Hurricane. We would need all the Ojamas. Bone Wrestler. Ishikamochi. If you control a Dino Wrestler monster, you can notice on this card without attributed. During your turn, if your opponent summons a monster while this card is in your graveyard, you can trigger 1 level 4 lower Dino Wrestler monster you grave special summon and add this card to your hand. Again, we need Dino Wrestlers. The Vampire Familiar. This is basically vampire stuff. Yangzing Creation. Gladiator Beast Battle Archfiend Shield. I think this you have to equip to Glad Beast, yeah. And Wintercraft Shemet. Of all of the cards you can get in the Master Pack, we got all duplicates except for 2. Wow. Nothing to put in the deck for that, but I'm impressed. We got an entire Master Pack that didn't have more new cards than duplicates. And there's a lot of cards in YuGiOh, folks. And we've got Elemental Hero Necro Shade, and then Spark Blast for Spark Man. Well, that's interesting. Nothing really new to throw in the deck. No real new strategies coming out of it. So back to the ladder we go. Well, we've did our losing streak. So we're reset on that. Pretty nice. We got 2 of our ace scales, so take your pick. I find it hilarious that we could have had a low scale, as in something to do with this. It's my favorite deck strategy. The Galaxy. Well, folks, you know how it is. Let the galaxies do the cooking, and we will be back and see if we can even break the board state. How am I breaking this? All right, let's start off with Leaf Place because that may trigger 90 for us. At least maybe force the 90. What turn? Touch material trigger 1 galaxy has photon draining the banish rate. Really. All right, so that Leaf took care of this once per turn effect. I don't know how we're busting through the rest of it. Don't ask me. Oh, wait, that's the grab. Interesting. You're actually going to let me have this. Okay. I guess we'll summon this. It's hilarious. We could go into something, but we're not. We're going to go to battle here. Betsy Firefared over the 0-point monster. What is that? When your opponent monster plays, I can guard the cards. Oh, good. Now I get to redirect that. That's fun. Now it just gets to banish a monster. Oh, good. What number monster are you taking? Let's just leave. No move here. We're kind of done from there. All right. Time to go again. We opened our Kaju Man. It's a Kaju. And we're gonna play Cast here. By the way, that's also a 1-up. So glad my opponent can pull all the one-ups. I guess we'll let them cook and we'll be back. Well, folks, was it just Kastura? No, it was Kastura alongside my favorite deck strategy, the Tearlaments. Well, anyways, let's get this Rakkalos off the board here. We don't want that anymore. That doesn't need a thing. Double Ash, one oh, even better. The Horus stuff is in here too. Okay, what isn't in here? What deck strategies is not in there? I want the Raiden gone, all honesty. Then I think I'm gonna set that, set this, and pass the turn. Then I'm gonna blow up my own Raiden. Is this the thing buffing them? Okay, so it's actually just the field spell buffing them. Why did I put that there? Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't have any low scales just yet. Okay. I still don't see how we're out in the board state, in all honesty. I still don't see how we're beating over the board, but what do I know? She's back, everybody. But lucky enough, this time she's not successfully fusion summoned. So she actually can die and can't resurrect herself. Because she's not actually been successfully fusion summoned. This guy's going to practically mill himself out before everything. Well, there's a snow now. This is the greatest fun I've ever had, kids. Yeah. Well, mate, kick. Oh, no, damn it. Kleido Heart. Well, if that's gone, I'm pretty sure at the beginning of battle, this card declares an attack. So at least I can get rid of this. Rakkalos can't resurrect herself because she wasn't actually fusion summoned. But we're dead. What would be nice is to see the least place seed, because that would be really nice. That get me anywhere? This deck has the right to synchro summon, right? It can still synchro. Why do I feel like it can't synchro summon anymore? I mean, I can't do anything with fusion summoning because well, actually, I could go into Odd Eye's Vortex, bounce this, and force him to have to find a way to out it, or maybe it's just better to go like BLs. We're dead either way, because honestly, even if I bounce, he just needs to find a way to mill any one of his guys. He remakes the Kaleidos. I guess I can bring out Olanoids to at least guard myself. You know what? I'm going to go Synchro. I know this deck has strong Synchro potential, because there are a few Synchro monsters it can bleed into. I forget who the Synchro monster... it was not a Synchro monster. It was Confounded at SP. A Link boss, which now is the monster to get us the heck out of here. Here we go. I do like seeing my Leaf plays Placey. All right. The big question of the day. Is it a bot? Is it one? Is that all we're going to be able to win against these days? Robots that go beep boop bop? Well, it's not a robot just yet. I've never seen bots play reinforce the more one-ups, by the way. More one-ups. I have had more people pull the one-up they need for their decks than I care to say, from pulling Branded Fusion, pulling the Wraith Planet. No, we're actually playing a competent deck strategy in Sky Strikers. This is going to be Oh, how do we out this? That's a weird combination. So linkage gets you what? Gari? So you can get a Hornet drones. Kagari get you back Hornet drones or link edge? That just seems like a waste of your Kagari. Typically, your first turn play, if you're going first here, would be just to go to Shizuku, set Shizuku up, get engage, and go from there. Heck, you had Ray! You got a Ray, for Pete's sake! And you decide to use your Hornet drones? Why? You had Ray! What's even worse is the fact that while this token's sitting here, you can't even use a single Sky Striker spell card, because they're all restricted to the fact that you can't have anything up here. Let me guess, are you going to go into what? Ziki? That's a waste of a Ziki, in my opinion. That's a waste of a Kagari, a waste of a Ziki? So what? Then you could turn Ziki into Suzuku? Why? I would have held this Hornet drones for longer. Oh, he even had the engage, by the way, folks. For some reason, instead of going to wait until he does engage plays, he would 100% rather wait and do this weird roundabout way of doing things. So there is an anchor down there, which will take my monster for the turn. Negate their attack. Okay. How are we doing anything? Not mentioning the Ray is not important right now, because the Ray can't do anything. It's on its graveyard to resurrect itself. Of course, put this in defense position. There's not really a reason to push them to attack. Again, I am getting lower tries away as well. I guess we'll summon Heliotrope. I guess we'll bait out 1 to 2 cards in the back rail. One of which I know is a Widow Anchor, so I guess you can take the Heliotrope. Oh, you're going to take it for Kagari? I guess it makes sense at that point. But that would mean you've already burnt through 2 of your Spine. Oh, this causes redirect, because I would get redirect now, so I can't do it. Okay, makes sense. Interesting little roundabout way of telling me I can't attack. Guess we'll set this. I mean, we're not dead. He only had 13 cards in the extra deck, by the way, so he's missing 2 cards. He's already burned a Kagari. He's already burned a Shizuku. He's burned a Ziki. Typically, you play 3 Kagari, 3 Shizuku, 3 Hayate, 2 Ziki. Typically, you never play Kaine. Kaina. So will anchor to take what? So either you taste to remove, you gain 100 life points for Kaine or Kaina, multi-roll, you get another 100. What, you go into another Ziki? Because again, why this leaf place is sitting here? You can't do anything with it. Oh, you go to the new ones. Must be fusion summon. Once per turn, you have 3 or more spell cards. You can send 1 Sky Striker card for your deck to the graveyard. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 monster opponent control special summon this card to your opponent's field. But shift the control to its owner during the end phase of this turn. And if you do, send the targeted monster to the graveyard. That's sweet. So sent to the graveyard. So anyway, it gets sent to the graveyard. It has to you target 1 monster opponent control special summon this card to your opponent's field, but shift control. So you're going to target that. I'm going to activate this so he doesn't shark cannon it. Now, Shard's Cannon resolves without its effect because it no longer has the monster it was attempting to target. And well, that goes into what? Hayate? There's Hayate. So what's left? Two more Kagari, two more Shizuku, two more. Yeah, that would be six if he's running the 3-3-3 line. The problem is once you run out of all your main monsters, all your extra deck monsters, what does this deck have? Besides the fact of being a beat down monster beat down deck with this, are you going to go to another Ziki? Would that be the then that would be the last card in his extra deck. Has this person ever played Sky Strikers? I would like to know if this person's ever played Sky Strikers before. So you send okay, so you send the ray so that your spell cards don't get negated, even though I haven't done a thing to them. What, you're gonna go get afterburners here? Yeah, afterburner. You're gonna go after my shard. Uncheck. All right, so Ray's back in the cycling, but again, the problem is he's burnt two Kagari. He's gonna burn two Shizuku. Now he's gonna send a spell trap to the graveyard. What Metaphos? It is the Metaphos card. What Metaphos Fusion? Really good card, by the way. It's an SR though. Really good card though. It just cycles itself back for a draw one. So kill the Heliotrope. My guess would then be go after Oasis. Yeah. Banish cards are hand or graveyard. Target one of those destroyed monsters, special summon, then you can destroy one monster. All right. Well, I mean, yeah, this forces out another ray. I mean, this forces Ray, which I don't care if he brings another Ray out. That's two Gagari. This would be two Shizuku. The problem is now this thing is like turbo bank, as you can clearly see here. Triple Tactics kind of like, what, you can draw another two cards? He has to have like Pot of Avarice in here so he can cycle back his extra deck. He has to have Pot of Avarice. The problem is that Leaf Place has just gotten humongous, by the way. He's got 20 cards now in his graveyard. Now, of course, he can play up to four Sky Striker spell cards, but the problem is, again, he activates them, they're banished. So he could go like into Widow Anchor. My guess would be like Widow Anchor, Afterburner. So it is engaged. This engage will get banished at the end of this turn. It is a Widow Anchor. So that's a Widow Anchor gone and an engage gone. Stars has anything. Oh, that sucks. Because he'll just chain on Chain Link to the Shark Cannon. So when Leaf Place activates his effect in standby, he can just go Shark Cannon, banish it. It's hilarious. If this was a light, I could have done this. Well, this is definitely getting Shark Cannon. Wow, he didn't Shark. We're going to put this into attack. He didn't Shark Cannon it. Interesting. So if you don't Shark Cannon it, I guess he's going to Shark Cannon on his next turn. Yeah. That gets negated. And then main chase 2. I'll pass him there. I mean, we're not out of this yet. We're nearing nearing out of it, by the way, but we're not out of it just yet. I mean, how much more can you do? There's no way you have the access line here. I mean, all you have is one more Shizuku, one more Kagari. Unless you literally are running a pot of avarice to cycle those monsters back in your deck, you're out. Error zero, target the new set. Ray, another error zero, and a Book of Eclipse. Change all face-up monsters in the field face down defense position during the end phase of this turn. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's weird to see a Book of Eclipse in this deck. So shuffle back, draw one. So know one thing. Typically only play about 1 to 2 afterburners. So if he's not playing a second afterburner, then that's good because then Shard and Breed can't actually be killed, which will mean I can at least get 2 draws. So maybe there is a chance I can draw into my other scale. If I could draw into my low scale, that'd be great. Another linkage. I'm just completely wondrous about a lot of things in this deck. You're almost out of extra deck monsters. You're almost out of each one of the major players in this deck. He has that pot of avarice, and I think he's digging for it. Another linkage. We don't even have enough cards to facilitate it. I don't know. I'm like, I'm absolutely confused. I mean, I don't die. Sure. Does Kagari get? Could Kagari kill me? Well, I guess no. But wait, can you? I thought you could only activate one linkage per current. So what? You trigger all 3 of your things. Okay, so yeah, you get a plus 25. Oh my gosh, am I gonna die to linkage? I'm going to die to linkage, right? So you send another card. You do the second linkage. That gives you another 25. Yeah, he gets it. He gets it because he has one more Shizuku left in his extra deck. Oh, he just gets it right here. Well, I'm absolutely confused about that game. But I'll congratulate him on that duel. All right. Well, after a crazy duel against Sky Strikers, we come in with our scale line. Nice. We also got on Ice Fusion if we so desire to make a vortex. All right, what is our opponent going to be playing today? Look at the little Link Haribo. Are you the Snake Eyes man? These some snaking of some eye? What? What is that? Brain Research Lab. Once per turn, you can normal summon one psychic type monster in addition to your Oh my gosh, it's Cosmo! Man, a classic. Oh, I love Cosmo. I have never seen Brain Research Lab ever. You can place one psychic counter on this card instead of paying life points to activate any psychic type monster effect that you control. Okay, so he's got a ship that can float, and he's got a pilot still. So in essence, he's told me he's got a ship and a pilot. Okay. Well, let's do this. Will you please go into the scale? You should have kept that slip rider, honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pendulum summon. 1, 2, 3. Battle phase. Smash list a bit. Ability. Smash that to bits. So he does get to go to special summon one lower Cosmo monster from his hand. Of course, now the Fencing Fire Fairies are kind of pointless. I probably should have made them into Gaga Cowboy or heck even number 82, but I kind of like them here as like targets to be useful to like destroy things on his board presence, even though like all the big Cosmos ships are untargetable beat sticks. Of course, it just makes a driver. It's Strawman. Um, this flips something face down for 500 points. This resurrects a banished monster with 5. Yeah, a Fancy Fire Bear is going to sacrifice itself so it can blow up this good witch. All right. And then a second Fancy Fire Bear, the swing in. We'll go to main stage 2. We'll go to the end of the phases. Activate the Faust with cannon. You, sir, can take 1,000 damage for losing the Brain Research Land. Very interesting tech. That is a very interesting tech. So that tells me that this last card in his hand was in no way a driver. Wow, a Cosmo Town. What, are you going to pay 500 life points to get back? I guess you get back 10 can. Yeah, you can get back 10 can. So, okay, so you get back 10 ass. You summon 10 can and use the effect, and you better. I guess you go for the Dark Destroyer at that point. The problem is I have no outs to Dark Destroyer because he's an untargetable beat sticks. So I have to hope I can target one of the lower guys. But you know what? I'm glad more than days just to play something like Cosmo. I love Cosmo. I wish this got more legacy support. There's so much they could have done with the Star Wars Wizard of Oz stuff. They could have done a Yoda. So there's Dark Destroyer, Dark Eclipser, and Dark Planets. I think Planet's the one that can't be summoned. Banishing Cosmo monster from your hand who's level. Okay, so I kind of want to give him Planets, but again, oh, I gave it Planet! Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I gave him the planet. Oh, there's the out to the Dark Destroyer, by the way, too, which is hilarious. Because I could go right now, Godarla over this. I could also just pendulum summon Godarla out. I mean, we win here. He can't go planets, so unless his back row is relevant. Oh, I'll go 17 first. Go little number. His back row is relevant. And it's game! Woo! Woo, 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 woo! Yeah, we gave him the planet! Oh, that's the best one to give him to, because it was unsummonable at that point. Personally, I would have never picked the planet. Personally, if I was playing Cosmo, I would have done Dark Destroyer. Personally, yes. Dark Eclipser wasn't a bad choice, and I would have done something else like Forerunner. Someone else you could have honestly summoned. But nonetheless, we won. Woohoo! Let's open our final master pack for the night. Well, we'll have to see, though. So is this the final pack of tonight? Ooh, it's glowing. Maybe it isn't. Ooh, there it is. All right, we got Evil Swarm Thanatos. Once per turn, quick effect, you catch one material from this card. This face-up card is unaffected by. Okay, so it's 2 level 4 dark monsters. It's going to be a little hard for us to summon. Jurassic Petra. This card is attack. Return the attack monster to the hand after damage calculation. This card gains defense equal to the return monster's level. Okay, so this absolutely will die. This still doesn't die. It doesn't do it in damage. It's after damage count. So if a monster is bigger than that, the hamburger recipe, the summon hungry hamburger man. Prediction Princess Astromagasian or Astromogorian. During the end phase of this turn, destroy as many face down defensive monsters your opponent controls as possible. And if you do, flip out them free. That would be good if we could get a couple of monsters that go around. If we get some new cards that could put stuff into defense position, I think that would be really cool. Like, oh my gosh, I think it's area level limit A or area limit one. there's a card that puts everything in defense position when summoned. A Guardian Garl cannot be summoned unless you control a face-up Gravity Axe Garl. Final Inzection, this is for the Inzector monsters. Elgali, the Melodious Diva, and Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, which gives us the Galaxy Secret Pack. Well, it looks like we're going to have to go into another game. Nothing really worth putting in the deck. So let's go get that other game so we can open up this secret pack. Here we go. Play the games that we like to play. We got a 60 card deck. We opened really well here. I don't want to sacrifice my Gongado over here. So we're just going to say, we got nothing, sir. I wish we had evenly matched, man. I would throw easily matched the second we got it into our deck because it's just that strong of a card. Well, at least we got a reason to use this. So, all right. I guess next we're going to go cycle two Bachelor use deck, but I don't have to worry about them. The Duel use line is pretty nice. I could just set that right in this column and blow up this face down monster. I will summon a Time Lord. Look upon my Time Lord. Isn't it amazing? Mm-hmm. Great job on nuking your own guy off. What? Magician stay. Well, if that's not a spellcaster monster. Battles. I think my opponent next time should try to read my card. Not to be destroyed by battle or by card effect. We're not going to throw the fuse line down just because there's not really a point to. There's nothing like fuse line. Personally, I would like to throw it in a cards column. What did we blow up? A Wadapon? This card is added to your deck to your hand by card of the special summon this card. Sense to me, man. When your opponent's monster declares an attack, you special summon this card from your hand after damage calculation. All right, so we'll shuffle that. Well, mind you that we cannot use this Predaplant Sicaria while we have a Doom Caliber Night Hub. So we're going to have to... I took 100 damage points! We will go main phase 2. Apparently. Okay, so that's during my turn as I activate a spell of Trust of Art. Yes. Doom Caliber, man. Doom Caliber stuff. Like negate that Magician's robes. The poor robes won't be dissolving today. We are playing Dark Magician Man. Playing the slowest game of Dark Magician Man, by the way. Huh. I mean, this is what happens when you throw 60 cards into a deck. Once per turn, if this card is targeted for an attacking pin that's supposed to someone... No. I want him to come after so I can get this Sicaria on the field and actually have the Sicaria get these. I just need it so I can get my high scale out. Here, have a shred of plant. Thank you. Now die. Predaplant effect. Get me this. But we did it! Oh, it was too easy. Too easy. 60 card Dark Magicians. All right. Well, anyways, we got a Legacy Pack. We got our Secret Pack. Let's open them both. One Nebula Cyclone coming up. There's a lot of good stuff in here. It's SR. But is it an SR that we want? Now, the Galaxy stuff, I believe, is kind of out for us. We would need a whole lot of luck. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I mean, I guess it generates another pack. It's nice to have an Afterglow because it is useful to spam level 8s on the board, but Turbo, Tainted, Hot Rod G19. This is kind of this. These are neat. These are the FAs. Flip. You can declare one level from level. Then because these are pretty neat. I won't lie. It's pretty cool. I think we had this target two monsters your opponent controls, banish them to the end phase, and your opponent gets life points for each left on the field by this effect. Yeah, we've seen that before. Mathmech Division. It's not a good Mathmech. I won't not deny the crawlers, I think, are a good strategy. We kind of, the problem is like all their good stuff is in the high rarity slots. Anyways, we got Lilybot and we got Galaxy Zero. So not bad. We got a Galaxy Photon Dragon. We have a Galaxy, and we do have one Galaxy Brave, which isn't bad. But again, we'll kind of take a look at what was left in this pack. But the reason why I didn't look at it is that is every card in the game currently is that a lot of it is, again, like I said, all locked behind the high rarity line, like Galaxy Soldier, number 90, number 83, number 90, which would be very good to have. I mean, all this stuff is locked behind the high rarity slots, so we're going to have to get beyond lucky just to even get a chance to get any one of those cards. Sticker packs are fun because they do have a chance to give us some strategy stuff. It's not always great because, again, everything being locked in the high rarity slot isn't great. And we got ourselves Twin Shield Defender. When this card you control is destroyed by balance in the graveyard, you can have the current tech of one face of monster your opponent controls at the end phase. There's way better cards that now do it permanent. Okay, I did a Battle Steer. Sounds about also level 5. Yep, well, I thought the season would be a little harder to start out with, and it was. We nearly went on a losing streak, but we got some wins in there. We had a lot of fun beating up some decks, so I guess you all have to tune in next time as we return to climbing the ladder once more. The cycle continues and is never ending. We'll see you here next time.